Welcome to another edition of Rust Rants. I'm John Rust, and I come on and go off about, well, whatever's honking me off today. Hard to believe that in an age where we have spell check and Grammarly, that a government agency whose job it is to put up road signs can't get the spelling of a simple name right. That name would be none other than Jackie Robinson, the man who broke the color barrier, a Hall of Fame player for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Now, in New York, you have the Jackie Robinson Parkway that connects Brooklyn and Queens. Well, the New York Department of Transportation, I guess, had to put up some new road signs. You know, they eventually do wear down with all the weather and the sun and everything. So they had to put up some new road signs, and recently, one of those new signs that they put up, the sign read Jackie, spelled J-A-K-I-E. Dude! Seriously? It's Jackie. How do you get a name like that wrong? And for something like this, you know, here's the thing. When stuff like this goes wrong, it's not just all one guy who you lay the blame on. I mean, whoever came up with this sign, they had to probably pass it off to this supervisor and that supervisor and another supervisor. Then once those signs get created, well, you know, the people who actually make the signs have to look at it, and then the people who put up the sign had to look at it, and apparently even the people who put up the sign just looked at it and went, this looks good enough. Oh, geez. Apparently what happened was, I guess there were some motorists just driving down the parkway. They're the ones who spotted the mistake. They're the ones who sounded the alarm after they went, what the heck? That doesn't look right. What's going on here? And just, holy crud, man. I mean, Jackie Robinson. Even people who aren't baseball fans know who Jackie Robinson is. I mean, how can this pass through so many people in government without anyone catching the mistake? Oh, wait a minute. I just answered my own question. It's the government. Well, according to the Ridgewood Post, well, there's one person in government who's really raking New York DOT over the coals, and that would be Queens Councilman Robert Holden. This is what he said in his tweet, quote, "Not only can't the central planners at NYC DOT move traffic smoothly and safely, but they can't even spell. The DOT needs a major overhaul. They're a mess." End quote. 100% agree. Heck, I 200% agree with that. Now look, I'm an author. I'm going to admit I've misspelled words plenty of times in my manuscripts. But I take my work through a critique group. I put my work through Grammarly. I read over my work over and over again in order to make sure that I catch any spelling mistakes before I get the book published. New York DOT, meanwhile, you know what? They can't even bring up Jackie Robinson's name on baseballreference.com just to make sure it's spelled right. Talk about pathetic. Jeez Louise. I mean, you know, now the sign has been replaced with one that actually has Jackie Robinson's name spelled correctly, Jackie. Still, I mean, you want to talk about just some lazy people at NYDOT who couldn't care less about doing even a decent job. They manage the roadways.